right, in the East.
Now the South.
Let's go East, which I think is far more wide open. I think there's multiple teams you could take here, and I'm going to start and throw a wrench into all this, and I'm going to take Tom Izzo going to the Final Four. And they sucked at the Big Ten tournament. Wow. They were awful against Ohio State. But in Izzo, I trust, and I still look at their team, and I'm like, all right, they got a couple guards that are veterans, and Tyson Walker is a dude now. Hogarth's kind of the key for me, but Hauser can step out. If you need Sissoko, you play him, but to me, you really play him limited, and you play Hauser a lot. You space it, and they can shoot the hell out of the ball, and Jaden Akins can shoot it now. Like, Jaden Akins is now, I feel like he's kind of gotten a rhythm. But again, they sucked this last game. So I get it if people are like, how can you take Michigan State? They've lost 12 games this year. But I just feel like Izzo's done it with less.
I've got Memphis, Duke in that top in the Sweet 16. I think Memphis gets Purdue in the second round, beats that one.
I feel like a lot of people are going to take that.
Yeah, you're gonna put your money on the guards. That's what I just look at it and say the guard matchup. Memphis favorites.
They're so
older, and they'll pressure them and kind of blow up some of the stuff. You know, who knows? But just to be able to pick them. But on the bottom there, I've got Marquette coming out of that one. They proved something to me this week. They won the Big East tournament with their defense, and we've been talking about their offense all season long. They've been tremendous offensively, one of the best in the country. But they really challenged themselves, and they won in the 60s against Connecticut. Like, those aren't the games typically where you were going to favor Marquette in the way that. So they showed me a lot in that setting, you know, back to back nights. So I've got them coming out of there against Duke to go to the Final Four in that one on that side. I think when you get to that point, flip a coin. I'm gonna say Marquette wins it. Goes to the Final Four.
All right.
Yeah, I got Duke and Marquette as same as you. But when I look at this bracket, the one matchup I have Marquette and Kansas State playing, and I want to see Marcus Noel and Tyler Kolek go at it. I think Tyler Kolek's one of my favorite players in college right now. Great passer, plays hard, and I think Marquette is rolling. But I think
he got a Tyler Hansbrough attitude too. Like he doesn't give. He could care less, man.
See, I haven't seen him play much until the Big East tournament, and then I watched him. I was like, man, this kid can hoop. And so I on my text chain with a bunch of buddies, I said, has anybody seen this kid play? Yeah, he can go. And I think Duke, like we talked about, is peaking. But I think when Marquette runs into Duke in the Elite Eight, I think Duke's just going to be too athletic and too big. The Lightly kid for Duke is much bigger in person than I actually thought. He's athletic too, plays his role. And Duke has another guy, Young, transfer from Northwestern.
Ryan Young.
Yes, who comes in, and it's not like he does his part. And I love those players like that. Come in, he'll rebound, defend, make smart plays, make winning plays. And I think in the tournament, especially, guys like that are a huge factor. They're not coming out to control the game or take over the game. They just want to, do their part, which, is a lot of experience too, fifth-year guys. So I like Duke coming out of this one.
I'll tell you what, Duke, Purdue, you have to have different matchups for Edey. And Duke does. I mean, look, Lively obviously can block shots and can wall up against him. Edey's, he's at least 3'10", 315. He's gigantic. But that's where Young can come in. And if nothing else, he gives you 4 to 5 fouls and the ability to draw a charge here or there. And then they have Filipowski, who, as a 4 is just so incredibly skilled. And it wouldn't surprise me at some point, in the tournament and try to find a mismatch if you put him at the 5 in this matchup. Like, Edey would have no chance guarding him. Just none. And then, they have to play him kind of in a semi-drop, and that Proctor kid is really good. I think Duke beats Purdue. I agree with you guys about Marquette. I love Marquette.
You don't think Michigan State can beat Marquette? None of you.
I don't know if Michigan State
I got them losing to USC in the first round.
USC.
Wow.
I don't know.
I'm with Doug. I got them losing to USC.
Michigan State's a weird team. Like a weird team. Sometimes they can beat the Lakers. You know, sometimes they stink,
I
and
know.
they stunk the other night, and it was just frustrating. I do like them. I like pieces, but you know, look,
All right,
Drew
so-
Peterson's
so-
Drew Peterson's got to be 26 by now. He's been there forever. Boogie Ellis is got to be like
Old.
24, and those guys, they play with freedom. They play 4 out. Like that's a team
So
that can,
all you guys are taking Marquette?
yes.
Mhm.
Wow. All right. I got Michigan
I
State.
do think Michigan State wins, but I do not think it's easy against SC, and then I don't think Michigan State beats Marquette.
All right. All right.